That woman right there on the side of your screen, screen left, the woman in the white jacket, she was a juror in the last trial with Lori. And she came today. I spoke with her. We were going through security around the same time. And she said that when she drove up, she felt nauseous. Just didn't she just felt nervous. In fact, if you're watching, she told me she watches. If you're watching, message me. I didn't get to catch up with you. I was so busy at the end of today, but I'd love to catch up. So if you're watching, or if anyone here knows of jurors in this trial who might want to speak, or you are a juror, please reach out to me. Best thing to do is probably send me a Facebook message or email me, nidaho@eastidahonews.com. Those come directly to me, and mark that you were a juror or something. And you might be wondering why we don't have any jurors on tonight right now. The court took them out a private way, and the judge held us in the courtroom until the jurors were escorted down and out of the building. They apparently said they didn't want to talk to media, but remember, they apparently said that last time, and they walked them out the front door to all the cameras. They took different precautions this time and got them out of there. I had received information of where they might be exiting, and I did run down there to try to catch them if any wanted to speak, but they were gone. They had left. One juror I did speak with, though, was in the last trial. You remember Tosh? She watches every night, and she's been there several times over the past few days and weeks coming to the trial. She's studying criminal justice, wants to go into that, and she always has some good insight. I caught up with her after to get her thoughts, and here's what she said. Okay, so why did you come out today?
To see what it's like to be on the other side, because I've been on their side and I know what it's like going in blindly, not knowing anything about her. So it was cool to be on this side and kind of be like, wow, that's what I was doing and that's what I went through, basically.
What'd you think the fact that the verdict came back in such a short amount of time?
I was surprised because when it happened with us, everyone was so surprised how fast we were, but these people were like 20 minutes faster, you know?
Right.
So I was prepared to sit the whole day and it came so fast.
Were you surprised by the verdict?
No.
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 What was it like seeing Lori Vallow on the days that you've been coming to court?
Honestly, I was a little bit scared because I saw in one of her interviews, she said that she's gonna watch everyone's interviews, and I'm instantly like, oh my god, I did so many interviews, she's gonna automatically know who I am if she sees me. And I think we made eye contact once, she smirked, and then we didn't make eye contact after that, but I'm like, she knows who I am, so I'm a little bit nervous.
You think you'll try to come to the sentencing?
I am coming.
You are?
Yeah.
So has this kind of piqued your interest in criminal cases?
Yeah. And it's a great start to my journey in school too.
I remember, right?
Yeah.
When you've since we last spoke on camera, a month and a half ago, what have you learned about the case? I mean, have you watched everything, read everything?
Yes. Yeah, I've learned everything, and it's so sad. Like, more sad than what I was when we came out of here, because I've learned so much more since then, and I just don't understand how someone could be like that.
Right. Anything you want to add?
No.
You sure?
I think I could say thanks for everyone supporting me, because everyone always keeps messaging me, even to this day, supporting me, thanking me and stuff like that.
Yeah, you were telling me that someone came up and gave you a hug that you didn't even know and thanked you in the courtroom.
Yeah. Yeah, she said she was one of Lori's friends, and then off she went. But she thanked me and said she saw my interviews and stuff, so that was pretty cool.
Cool. Anything you want to add? I have to say that it helps to turn on your mic. And there's something special. I don't know if that's the word. That sounds cheesy. There's something about being in a courtroom when a verdict is read, especially after a case like this, especially after covering these things. But I've covered other cases that have lasted 2 hours and the jury comes back with a verdict. There's something about the system of just taking 12 random people, a jury of our peers, your neighbors, my neighbors, whomever, us, putting them on a jury and having them decide, rather than other systems throughout the world where one person, the judge, might decide. And that does happen in some courts if it's a bench trial and the judge is in charge. But when you hear when you hear them poll, especially when you hear them poll the jurors, you hear them speak. The only words that they will speak in the courtroom, unless you're the foreman, they hear it all. And then all they say is yes or no. It's just something about the system. And the first verdict in Lori's case, I remember, was quite emotional for many people. There were people crying in that courtroom. It was the first time. Detectives crying. It was a very emotional moment to have the mother of those children convicted. And there were people who wanted to be there for it. You and me, people in the public who just wanted to be in attendance because they have become so interested in the facts of this case. And I spoke with some of them, some who have come every day of the trial, some who were there for the first time today. Here's what they said. Here's what they told me after. So what did you think of the verdict, the jury coming back so quick?
Oh, I was thrilled. I knew it wouldn't take very much time. I was surprised at how quick they did come back, but thrilled with the verdict. Either way, she's going to spend her days in prison. But it's just the justice for Brandon and his family and everybody that's been affected by all of this. It just feels good that everybody got their justice.
What is it about this story that's captivated you?
Just the absolute insanity of all of the beliefs and all of just all the things they did, and thinking they could get away with so many things because they were exalted and so much better than everybody else. I don't know how you get to that point in life where you think that you're the chosen one and you're friends with Jesus and that all of these things. It's just astonishing. But the thing that first got me was the kids. I was just so heartbroken when those kids were missing, that I was just hoping for the best, that I expected the worst, and it turns out it was the worst.
Lori was on trial on the anniversary of the day of those kids being found.
Yes.
And, you know, that was a day that most of us, like you, don't forget. Were you in court that day?
I was.
And what did you think watching her, knowing that in the background there?
It just made me more incensed than ever that she could just stand up there confidently, ask absolutely absurd questions that don't have anything to do with anything, when she essentially murdered her own children and her husband. And it was just unbelievable, the level of I'm so unself-aware of herself, I guess. It's insane.
Thank you. What was your name?
Melissa.
Melissa.
Thank you.
Okay, you've been here every day?
I've been here every day for both trials, for all of the hearings, and I think this is a sign it's time to go for Melanie's. A 30-minute verdict just tells what it tells me. And not just her. I think there's other people that are culpable in this too.
Why did this case captivate you so much that you would come day after day after day, lying down on the sidewalk and lying down upstairs? I mean, you...
Well, I know I talked to you before, and I am a moderator for Cresha, okay? Easton's case. Charles Vallow's her uncle. JJ is her nephew. Her brother is Todd's biological dad. And I'm here for her, I think.
Yeah.
It's been watching the family go through so much, you know?
Yeah.
So.
All right, thank you. What about you? What brought you out here?
I'm interested in true crime in general, and I think this case captivated a lot of people because it involved the kids and the family, and just there were so many layers to this. And I agree, there are many members of this that have not been held accountable yet, and I think that in the interest of justice, they need to send the message that you can't get away with this type of thing. They've gotten Chad and Lori, but there's still other members that are probably still involved in some of these activities. And I think hopefully we'll be back here for Melanie's trial so that people can be held accountable for their actions. So that was interesting to learn this trial, that there's an active investigation going on against Melanie. So hopefully we'll all be back here in a few months for that.
One of the big headlines that came out of it. And why did you come out here every day?
Honestly, I think
Not every day. Were you here every day?
I was here
Every day? You were? Yeah.
I was actually 4:45. I was here first many mornings, getting up. I think, Lori tries to present herself as like the super mom and this. I mean, I think she appears to the public like, she's just the sweetest. I love everyone, like she said in her opening statement. And she has been able to fool so many people. And to me, I felt like these trials were about like, you can't fool, you cannot fool us. We see through it. It's not right for you to be putting up that front as if you're amazing and blaming all these other people, including your own children that you murdered. I mean, it's just disgusting.
Did you find one piece of evidence, like the slam dunk piece? Was there anything that really stood out to you?
Yes, I felt like all of the days until Detective Hermosillo came on, that the jury had some room that maybe they could go either way. But when he came and testified, I really felt like he put it all together. And then when she didn't cross-examine him, I thought, it's done. It's just done. And I think when Balance came in, he's able to kind of just add those last little pieces. And, to me, it was like, yeah, it was locked up after Detective Hermosillo. Yeah.
Thank you.